think you're so sexy. Will you come to me?
I've said that we would not be getting married until everyone in this country had the right to get married.
Just because it is always such an issue of like, are you married yet? Or do you have your babies yet? And
Nobody knew it then, but we were witnessing the birth of something that would reshape how we think about celebrity relationships forever. Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston weren't just dating. They were creating a blueprint for modern fame that still influences how we consume celebrity culture today. When we look back at the early 2000s, their relationship stands as a monument to what Hollywood glamour looked like at its absolute peak, a time when red carpets mattered, when celebrity marriages felt like fairy tales, and when the public genuinely believed in happily ever after. What made Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston so uniquely captivating wasn't just their individual star power, though that was considerable. Pitt had established himself as the brooding, intensely charismatic leading man of his generation, with performances in films like Fight Club and Seven that showcased not just his devastating good looks, but his serious acting chops. Meanwhile, Anniston had become America's sweetheart through her portrayal of Rachel Green on Friends, a role that made her not just famous, but beloved, relatable, and aspirational all at once. When these two forces of nature came together, they created something that transcended the sum of their parts. Their union represented the perfect marriage of television and cinema royalty, bringing together the most popular sitcom actress of the decade with one of Hollywood's most sought-after leading men. This wasn't just a celebrity coupling, it was a cultural event that symbolized the convergence of different entertainment mediums and the power of cross-platform stardom. The fact that their relationship blossomed during the height of both their careers created an unprecedented level of public fascination and media attention.
I think you're so sexy. Will you come to me?
Just look at Brad's face light up.
Even decades after their divorce, the chemistry between Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston remains undeniable, as evidenced by their playful interaction during the Fast Times at Ridgemont High Table Read. The genuine joy and comfort they display with each other speaks to a connection that transcended their romantic relationship and evolved into something deeper and more enduring. The origins of their relationship trace back to the late 1990s, a time when both stars were experiencing career-defining moments. Aniston was at the height of her Friends fame, with the show dominating television ratings and making her one of the most recognizable faces in the world. Meanwhile, Pitt was transitioning from heartthrob status to serious actor, taking on roles that would cement his reputation as one of Hollywood's most versatile performers. Their first meeting, arranged by their respective managers, seemed almost predestined. Here were two people who understood the unique pressures and privileges of Hollywood stardom, who could relate to the strange reality of living life under constant public scrutiny. When they began dating in 1998, it felt like the entertainment industry's version of a royal wedding announcement. Two beloved figures joining forces to create something even more powerful together.
Hollywood's former it couple was role-playing in a star-studded table read of the teen classic Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Jen reenacts the iconic red bathing suit scene played in the movie by Phoebe Cates. Brad's character fantasizes about her.
The irony of watching them recreate this iconic scene, knowing their history, adds layers of meaning to their performance. It's a testament to their professionalism and the mature friendship they've cultivated that they can engage in such playful interaction without awkwardness, showing how their bond has evolved beyond romantic attachment into genuine mutual respect and affection. What distinguished the Pitt-Aniston relationship from other celebrity couples was the way they complemented each other, both personally and professionally. Pitt brought an edge of danger and mystery to balance Aniston's warmth and accessibility. She softened his sometimes intense public persona, while he added gravitas to her image beyond the sitcom star. Together, they represented the perfect blend of approachable charm and Hollywood sophistication. Their 2000 wedding in Malibu wasn't just a ceremony, it was a cultural event that captured the imagination of millions. The reported $1 million price tag, the 200 guests including Aniston's Friends co-stars, the fireworks display, and the sheer opulence of the affair all contributed to creating what felt like a real-life fairy tale. This wasn't just two people getting married, it was the coronation of Hollywood royalty, the official establishment of what many considered the industry's perfect couple.
Before the table read started, the exes also shared this very friendly exchange.
Hi, Anniston.
hi, Pitt.
How you doing?
Good, honey. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right.
This simple exchange reveals so much about their current dynamic: the comfortable familiarity, the genuine warmth, and the complete absence of animosity. The way they address each other by their last names, almost like old friends or colleagues, suggests a relationship that has found its natural equilibrium after years of growth and healing. The professional collaboration between Pitt and Anniston extended beyond their personal relationship into business ventures that showcased their shared vision and ambition. Their co-founding of Plan B Entertainment demonstrated their desire to have creative control over their careers and to produce produce meaningful content that went beyond typical Hollywood fare. This partnership reflected their understanding that true power in the entertainment industry comes not just from starring in projects, but from controlling the narrative and the creative process. Pitt's memorable guest appearance on Friends as Will Colbert, the character who co-founded the I Hate Rachel Green Club, stands as one of the most meta moments in television history. The irony of watching Pitt play a character who despised the character portrayed by his real-life wife created a unique form of entertainment that blurred the lines between fiction and reality in a way that audiences found both hilarious and endearing.
Julia Roberts, Matthew McConaughey, and Sean Penn, who played surfer dude Spicoli in the 1982 film.
Order the double cheese and sausage. Right here, dude.
The star-studded nature of this table read, featuring Hollywood legends like Julia Roberts, Matthew McConaughey, and Sean Penn, emphasizes how the entertainment industry has rallied around bringing together iconic moments and beloved performers. It's a celebration of both the original film and the enduring appeal of these actors working together. The cultural impact of Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston's relationship extended far beyond their individual careers or even their combined star power. They became symbols of aspiration for an entire generation, representing what success, love, and happiness could look like when everything aligned perfectly. Their relationship occurred during a time when celebrity culture was becoming increasingly important to mainstream society, and they became the template for what a power couple should be. Their red carpet appearances were masterclasses in coordinated glamour, with matching outfits and synchronized styling that suggested a partnership that extended into every aspect of their lives. They didn't just attend events together, they presented themselves as a unified brand, a cohesive unit that was greater than the sum of its parts. This level of coordination and mutual support in their public appearances set a new standard for how celebrity couples should present themselves to the world.
But it was Brad and Jen who stole the show. Watch Julia Roberts flash her famous smile during their steamy scene. And here's something you may have missed.
Even Julia Roberts, an icon in her own right, couldn't help but react to the chemistry and playfulness between Pitt and Anniston. Her visible delight during their scene speaks to the genuine entertainment value of watching these two former spouses interact with such ease and humor, creating moments that transcend their personal history. The breakdown of their marriage in 2005 represented more than just the end of a relationship. It was the shattering of a cultural ideal that had captured the public imagination for half a decade. The rumors surrounding Pitt's involvement with Angelina Jolie during the filming of Mr. and Mrs. Smith created a narrative of betrayal and heartbreak that resonated far beyond typical celebrity gossip. It became a story about trust, commitment, and the price of fame that millions of people felt personally invested in. The way the public rallied around Jennifer Aniston during this difficult period revealed something profound about how society views relationships, loyalty, and victimhood. Aniston became a symbol of dignity in the face of public humiliation, handling the media scrutiny with grace while maintaining her career momentum and personal integrity. Her response to the situation set a new template for how public figures could navigate personal crises while maintaining their public image and professional standing.
Now the Twitterverse is going wild again. Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston are single-handedly saving 2020 for me, gushed one fan.
The public's reaction to their reunion, even in a professional context, demonstrates the enduring power of their connection in the collective imagination. Fans aren't just nostalgic for their relationship, they're nostalgic for what their relationship represented during a time when celebrity culture felt more innocent and optimistic. Years after their divorce, Brad Pitt has shown remarkable maturity in how he discusses his past relationship with Jennifer Aniston. His ability to acknowledge his mistakes while maintaining respect for their shared history demonstrates a level of emotional growth that speaks to both his personal development and his understanding of how their relationship impacted not just their own lives, but the lives of millions of fans who were invested in their success.
What does it mean to be here getting this beautiful retrospective of your entire career?
One, it means I'm old.
Brad Pitt, you're like a fine wine, getting better with time.
I don't know. Thank you, though.
Pitt's self-deprecating humor about aging while accepting accolades for his career achievements shows a man who has gained perspective on both his professional accomplishments and personal journey. His ability to laugh at himself while acknowledging his long career suggests someone who has made peace with his past and is comfortable with where he stands today. The intersection of their personal and professional lives created unique challenges that most people could never imagine facing. Having to maintain professionalism while dealing with personal heartbreak, managing public perception while protecting private feelings, and continuing to work in an industry where their former spouse would always be present required a level of emotional maturity and strategic thinking that goes far beyond typical relationship dynamics.
And of course, we just had to ask Brad about this backstage moment from the SAG Awards. Yeah, you know the moment I'm talking about, the moment Brad and Jennifer Aniston reunited, smiled at one another, touched hands, and damn near broke the internet.
Award season has been so fun.
The reference to their SAG Awards reunion, Breaking the Internet, illustrates how their every interaction continues to generate massive public interest. Even brief, friendly encounters between them become cultural events, demonstrating the lasting impact of their relationship on popular culture and the public's continued investment in their story. Brad Pitt's approach to discussing the media attention surrounding his relationship with Jennifer Aniston reveals someone who has learned to navigate fame with a combination of detachment and humor. His claimed ignorance of internet reactions might be strategic, allowing him to engage with the topic without being overwhelmed by the intensity of public opinion and speculation that continues to surround their every interaction.
What do you make of our reaction to the big reunion backstage last week at the SAG?
I don't know. I'm blissfully naive, and I'm going to stay that way.
You haven't been on the internet at all?
Nope.
This feigned ignorance of internet reactions might be Pitt's way of protecting his mental health and maintaining perspective on what truly matters. By claiming to stay blissfully naive, he's perhaps suggesting that engaging too deeply with public opinion about his personal life would be counterproductive to his well-being and growth. The way both Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston have handled their post-divorce relationship offers a masterclass in mature conflict resolution and emotional intelligence. Rather than allowing bitterness or resentment to define their interactions, they've chosen to emphasize the positive aspects of their shared history and maintain a friendship that honors what they once meant to each other while acknowledging how they've both grown and changed.
Everyone is waiting. They're hoping for this moment where you and Jennifer run into each other so they can take their picture.
I'll run into Jen. She's a good friend. The second most important reunion of her year. There's a play on Friends.
Pitt's casual reference to Anniston as a good friend, while acknowledging the media circus around their interactions, shows remarkable emotional balance. He's neither dismissing their history nor feeding into dramatic narratives, instead presenting their relationship as it apparently is, a friendship between two people who once shared something deeper but have moved forward with mutual respect. The evolution of their relationship, from romantic partners to friends, represents something that many divorced couples struggle to achieve, but that these two have managed with remarkable grace: their ability to maintain professional respect and personal warmth while navigating the intense public. Scrutiny that follows their every interaction demonstrates a level of emotional maturity that serves as an example for how former partners can coexist peacefully and supportively. Brad Pitt's philosophical approach to aging and career longevity reveals someone who has gained perspective on both his professional achievements and personal relationships. His recognition that certain aspects of filmmaking have become more challenging with age, like night shoots and physical stunts, parallels his apparent acceptance that relationships and life circumstances also evolve and require different approaches as we mature.
Wow, it's things like this that nights like these that tell me I'm old. Been around a while, been doing this a bit. Yeah, I mean, I can't stand night shoots anymore. I'll gladly hand a stunt over to a stunt man. I no longer remember the first rule of Fight Club.
The humor in Pitt's reference to forgetting the first rule of Fight Club shows someone who can laugh at his own aging process, while acknowledging the reality of physical and mental changes that come with time. This self-awareness and acceptance suggests someone who has made peace with the passage of time and the evolution of his capabilities and circumstances. The relationship between Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston during their marriage was often viewed through the lens of differing perspectives on family and lifestyle choices. These fundamental differences, while perhaps not immediately apparent during their courtship, eventually became significant factors in their relationship dynamics and ultimate divorce.
When people ask you and Angie when you're getting married, you've said that, well, I'll let you say it.
I've said that we would not be getting married until everyone in this country had the right to get married.
And I love that.
This conversation about marriage equality reveals Pitt's evolving political consciousness and social awareness, showing how his perspectives on commitment and social justice developed after his relationship with Anniston. His willingness to tie his personal happiness to broader social progress demonstrates a level of political engagement that may not have been as prominent during his earlier marriage. The intersection of personal beliefs and public activism became increasingly important to Brad Pitt as his career progressed, particularly in his relationship with Angelina Jolie. This evolution suggests that his understanding of partnership expanded to include shared social and political values, which may have been a factor in the differences that ultimately led to the end of his marriage with Anniston.
We live in this great country that is about freedoms, defined by our freedoms and equality, and yet we allow this discrimination to go on every day, and that's not what we're about. That's not what makes us great.
Pitt's passionate advocacy for marriage equality demonstrates how his worldview expanded to encompass broader social justice issues. This political awakening may reflect personal growth that occurred after his relationship with Anniston, suggesting that different life experiences and relationships can shape our values and priorities in profound ways. The pressure from children in blended families creates unique dynamics that can both strengthen and complicate adult relationships. Pitt's acknowledgement of this pressure from his children with Jolie reveals the complex negotiations that occur when personal desires meet family responsibilities and social expectations.
I mean, the kids are probably saying...
The kids are putting on the heat. They really are. They're putting on the heat.
Right.
Yeah.
The influence of children on adult relationship decisions creates a dynamic that Pitt and Anniston never experienced together, but that became central to his subsequent relationship with Jolie. This shift from a childless couple focused on career and personal fulfillment to a family unit with complex international adoption and biological children represents a fundamental change in life priorities and daily realities. Jennifer Aniston's perspective on marriage and societal expectations reveals someone who has thought deeply about the pressures placed on women to achieve certain life milestones within specific timeframes. Her articulation of these pressures speaks to broader cultural issues about how society values women and what constitutes a successful life.
It was so great because I've talked to her personally about this for a while, just because it is always such an issue of like, are you married yet? Or do you have your babies yet? And it's just constant. And it's like, well, I don't know. I don't have this sort of checklist of things that have to be done.
Aniston's frustration with societal expectations about marriage and children reflects a broader cultural conversation about women's autonomy and the right to define success on one's own terms. Her rejection of a checklist approach to life achievements suggests someone who has learned to value personal fulfillment over social conformity, a perspective that may have been shaped by her experiences in the public eye. The concept of alternative forms of creativity and nurturing that don't conform to traditional maternal roles represents an important perspective in discussions about women's choices and societal value. Aniston's articulation of having birthed many things and mothered many things suggests a broader understanding of what it means to be creative and nurturing in the world.
And if I don't have if they're not checked, then I've failed some part of my feminism or my being a woman or my worth or my value as a woman, because I haven't, birthed a child or, I've birthed a lot of things, and I feel like I've mothered many things, and I don't think it's fair to put that pressure on people.
This philosophical approach to creativity and nurturing reflects someone who has found peace with her life choices, while simultaneously challenging societal norms about what makes a woman valuable or fulfilled. Her advocacy for removing pressure from people to conform to traditional life paths speaks to her own journey of self-acceptance and her desire to help others find similar peace. The mystery of public fascination with private relationships remains one of the most perplexing aspects of celebrity culture. Aniston's honest admission that she doesn't understand why strangers care so deeply about her personal life reveals the strange disconnect between public persona and private reality that celebrities must navigate constantly.
Why do you think people who don't even know you care so much about those things?
If you have an answer to that, please let me know. I don't know.
This genuine bewilderment at public interest in her private life speaks to the artificial nature of celebrity culture and the strange relationship between public figures and their audiences. Aniston's honest confusion suggests someone who, despite decades in the spotlight, has maintained enough perspective to recognize the oddness of strangers feeling invested in her personal choices and relationship status. The enduring fascination with Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston's relationship speaks to something deeper than mere celebrity gossip. Their story represents themes that resonate across human experience: love, loss, growth, forgiveness, and the possibility of finding peace after heartbreak. The fact that their interactions continue to generate such intense public interest decades after their divorce suggests that their relationship transcended typical celebrity coupling to become something approaching modern mythology. Their ability to maintain friendship and professional respect after such a public and painful divorce offers hope to others navigating similar challenges. In a culture where divorce often leads to permanent acrimony and bitter legal battles, their example demonstrates that it's possible to honor what was good about a relationship while accepting that it has evolved into something different but still valuable. The evolution of their individual careers since their divorce has allowed both Pitt and Anniston to develop their own distinct identities while maintaining the respect and affection that drew them together initially. Pitt's trajectory toward more serious dramatic roles and social activism, combined with Aniston's expansion into producing and her continued excellence in both comedy and drama, shows how their separation allowed each to pursue their individual artistic visions without compromise. compromise. Perhaps most importantly, their story illustrates that the end of a romantic relationship doesn't necessarily mean the end of caring, respect, or even love in its transformed state. Their current friendship suggests that the best elements of their romantic partnership, mutual respect, shared humor, and genuine affection, were strong enough to survive the end of their marriage and evolve into something equally valuable but different. The public's continued fascination with their relationship also reflects our collective desire for redemption stories and examples of emotional growth. In watching them navigate their post-divorce relationship with grace and humor, audiences get to witness a model for how former partners can coexist peacefully and supportively, even after public heartbreak and disappointment. Their story continues to evolve as both move forward in their personal and professional lives, but the foundation they've built of mutual respect and genuine friendship suggests that whatever the future holds, they've already achieved something remarkable: the transformation of a failed marriage into a successful friendship. This evolution stands as perhaps their greatest joint achievement, demonstrating that love, in its many forms, can endure and transform even when its original expression must end. The legacy of Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston's relationship extends far beyond their years as a married couple. It encompasses their ability to show grace under pressure, maintain dignity during public scrutiny, and ultimately transform a painful ending into a beautiful example of how former partners can continue to care for each other while building separate, fulfilling lives. Their story reminds us that relationships, even when they end, can leave us better than they found us if we approach them with honesty, forgiveness, and the wisdom to appreciate what was good while accepting what couldn't last.